Zorn's Dungeon is the first role-playing game to be played through the YouTube live stream chat. You're not just watching the game anymore, your character is involved in the action. Spawn a level 0 character, throw them into the Bloodcage, and watch them fight for their lives. Death is permanent, but survivors can reach level 1 for even greater adventure as the game develops. Here's how to play in under 5 minutes. Step 1. Spawn your character. To play, just type bang spawn, that's ! spawn, in the YouTube live stream chat anytime Zorn's Dungeon is being played live. The game instantly rolls a level 0 character with 3d6 stats straight down the line. There's also a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a random demi-human. Your starting HP determines your destiny. Low health means wizards and thieves, while high health means you get to be a fighter, paladin, or barbarian. Every character's linked to your YouTube username, so you know which is yours, and we know who's playing. Each character also gets a unique ID or dog tag. You can also see which characters belong to rare professions or have particularly exceptional stats. Remember, level 0 is brutal, so spawn multiple characters to have backups ready. But be aware there's a 30-second global cooldown on the bang spawn command. If you don't get in on your first try, just try again. The chatbot will confirm what characters are created in the live stream chat. Step 2. The draft. Newly spawned characters enter the tavern. The only way out for a level 0 character is to be drafted into a 12-person party for the Bloodcage. When it's time to assemble a party, the system drafts in this priority. 1. Super VIPs, which the Game Master reserves for special guests or situations. 2. VIPs. Channel members get free VIP status once a month, and anyone can send in super chats to make one of their characters a VIP. Super chats with a specific dog tag attached guarantee that character will receive VIP status. Otherwise, the system will choose one of your characters at random. Gifting memberships also gets you and the person gifted a VIP character. 3. Active chatters. If you've commented in the live stream chat within the last hour, you get priority right behind VIPs. So if you're watching, participate in the chat to make it more likely that your character will get in on the fight. 4. The general pool. If there are still draft spaces left, then they're open to anyone else in the tavern. Yes, even if you're offline, your tavern characters are at risk and may be drafted. Note that the draft prioritizes having as many different players as possible in the party, so you usually won't have 2 of your own characters in the same cage. Step 3. Into the Bloodcage. Once the party forms, the doors open, monsters spawn, and the auto battle begins. You get to sit back and watch the bloody drama unfold. As the cage takes damage and the blood bar fills, Zorn might intervene. At 33% health loss, he might order his goblin archers to loose a volley into the heroes, or later drop a gore strider behind your lines if you're having too easy a time. And for the crunch lovers, combat, movement, spells, and all other rules are handled by the Hacked Edge game system, our custom rule set based on old school essentials. Step 4. Triage and leveling. When the dust settles, surviving PCs are hauled up to the winch room. If a character was knocked unconscious, they only survive if they have teammates still standing at the end. Otherwise, the monsters put them to the sword. Survivors earn a blood drop next to their name to indicate they lived through the ordeal. Once in the winch room, goblin medics attempt to heal individual wounds, restoring 1 HP per wound per success. Then the fairy checks HP. Anyone with enough HP to reach level 1 gets promoted, receives their class, and gets a free, full restoration of HP and spells. This is the only free magical healing in the game. Level 1 characters also earn the right to have a name. Type bang name dog tag new name in the chat to name them, or rename them on zornsdungeon.com. Step 5. Rest and return. Finally, characters are sorted to their next location. First, all dead characters are sent to the graveyard. It's their final resting place. Those characters who are still wounded are sent to the infirmary. There, wounds and spells heal in real time according to the Hacked Edge rules, meaning severe injuries may take several actual 24-hour days to recover. To keep playing, bang spawn more characters to have them ready to go. Healthy characters are sent to the stable to safely rest. They have earned their reprieve. Want to send a character back into the action and perhaps earn a second blood drop? Just move the character you want from the stable back to the tavern. You can do this at zornsdungeon.com or by typing bang T for tavern plus the dog tag of the character you want to move in the chat. You can check rosters, locations, and all of our leaderboards, tracking boss kills, maximum damage, highest XP, anytime at zornsdungeon.com/tavern. Alright, that's all you need to know to get playing Zorn's Dungeon on the live stream. Get your bang spawn ready, and we'll see you in the cage. Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome. This is going to be a highly experimental night here on Zorn's Dungeon. I didn't highly promote this stream or anything like that. So if you are here, then you get to be part of, well, I don't know how it's going to go, but with this highly experimental stream, after last night's episode, there were two major things that I said, okay, we've got to get fixed. And those two things were that people were still not happy with the draft priority. And so I said, okay, we've got, and I had some other work that was to be done on that, but I hadn't yet implemented it all. But I said, I have to get that done because people are upset about getting into the fights. So I have to get that right. And then the other thing is that I have to give you more control over your characters in the Bloodcage because people are upset. Oh, I did this, and I think I got a random number generation or something. You're not getting random number generations, but some people are like, oh, I died because there was a random number that sent me here. There's no random number, but I can fix all of that if you have control over your character. Okay, so I was like, I got to get the drafting right. And then so that everybody thinks that's fair and everything like that. Because one time yesterday, somebody said, just do it random. Just if you're here, just do it random. Well, it used to be random and people were not happy about that. Because for instance, do you really want it to be a random draft? Because if there are 100 people present and we draft 12 members 4 times, according to randomness, all 12 people could be drafted every time. And if you're not okay with that, then you don't actually want a random draft. So originally we started with a random draft, and I started to manipulate it to keep people who had already fought from fighting again and things like that. And so I have expanded that right here. And so I have a new kind of draft right here for us. And I have a new way for channel members to operate. I've been telling you that for the last a couple of days that I'm going to be changing the way that channel membership works, because actually, as it was 2 days ago, channel members could always crowd out new people who are playing, and that's not going to work if we want to grow over the long haul. It can't be that channel members always get priority, if you were in the chat, because otherwise new people will show up and they will never get to play, and we will not grow and we won't be able to expand. So that won't work. So as I said, that doesn't work. So I am changing that. And then also, we're going to be experimenting with some combat commands. I may have to turn them off, but I've run 2 different cages with combat commands. I built all of that out. I ran 2 different tests, but I decided, hey, I just need to bring that out and let you guys test it. That's why I didn't promote the stream. This is kind of going under the radar. You guys know to be here, and then you get to try this out. It may not work. I'm saying this is a test night. This is test night. We got to get the draft right, and then we got to get combat commands right. It's going to completely change this game once combat commands are working right. So I make no promise tonight that they're going to be working right, but we are starting to implement them. And if you're here, have a character to try to test them out and things like that. And then we're going to try to go forward with that. So that's what's going on tonight. I really think those are the 2 big things that really have to be fixed before we can really start to expand this game. The draft has to be right. Then later, I have to have more things for level 1 characters to do. I'm working on that. There are more things for level 1 characters to do than fighting the Bloodcage. The Bloodcage originally, as it was intended, was for level 0 characters to see who becomes level 1. But right now, all we have is the Bloodcage, so we're working with that. But if we can get the draft right and then combat commands right, then that should free me up to work on additional content for characters who are level 1 and above. That's my thinking right now. So I appreciate everybody who is here, who will try this out with me. I really do appreciate everybody who is here. This is still highly experimental because nobody has ever done anything like this before. I've never built anything like this before. And as far as I know, this is the only thing like this that is on YouTube. So it is not perfect yet. And as we found out, things that worked when 4 people were here started breaking when there were 20 people here. So so we're still working here. So we're here in the Last Resort Tavern. So we do have, let me just show you what I got here. So, okay, Dave has VIP'd Letitia. Now, one thing that I did, one thing that worked correctly as it was working yesterday, but I decided to revise, was that somebody had a problem with, I believe it was Lord Red or somebody who had a VIP, who had VIP'd his character, but was not currently present last night. And there was an issue that, like, well, Lord Red VIP'd a character, but he's not present. Should he really still fight? As it stood yesterday, the answer was yes. And so that the draft worked as it was supposed to, that Lord Red had VIP'd the character and VIPs go in first. I now actually think, after thinking about that and watching the episode last night and thinking about that, I now also think that that was incorrect. That because we are getting to, like, we have 14 people watching right now, and this is, like I said, I kind of did this stream on the stealth, didn't put it out to Discord, didn't email, anything like that. We have 14 people right now. There are only 12 people who can come into the Bloodcage. Later, I may be able to expand the Bloodcage to 16 people, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. But that would be the max. That would be the max. But I kind of agreed. Like, looking back and after watching last night's stream and thinking about it, I decided that the main thing that should be important is presence. If you are present in the chat, then you're going to get, then you're more likely to get a slot. So if you are VIP'd but you're not present, your VIP should now slide to the back. You're going to slide down to the players away, but with characters in the tavern. When you come back in, it'll recognize your VIP and will slide you back up the top. So Dave, the red over here on the side means that you're present. So Dave has VIP'd Letitia, is present. Okay, then you're going to be able to go in. Okay, so then we got Brianna, Courtney, SKD Fish, Brad, Sable Phoenix, Mrs. Dave, Brent, and John. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, that's 9. We got 14 people watching. That means there are 5 people watching who don't have characters. Hit exclamation point spawn. Bang spawn right up there at the top. Hit, if you're watching and you don't have a character here in the tavern, hit exclamation point spawn, and that's going to put you in the tavern. And also, first timers will get priority. We're testing, but there should be a first timer tier. So if you are here for the first time ever, then you're going to go to the top of the line. So you get a first thing that, hey, because a lot of our people have already been playing. If you're here for the first time and you found us, hit exclamation point spawn, and then you come into you will be in the next battle. You know, so you'll be first. Then, so this is in the chat, not fought yet. What should happen after that is that it's going to keep a running tally of how many times that you fought. Okay, so you'll be in the chat but fought 1 time, in the chat but fought 2 times. That way, everybody who has not yet fought will get drafted before somebody who has already fought. Okay. So that is the way that is going. Let me go over here to so viewers who have never fought now draft ahead of everyone except VIPs. VIPs will still draft ahead of new people. Channel members, I don't know that this is quite working yet. The new situation, it doesn't look like this is currently working, but now there's a new thing that is behind VIPs, but before other people who are in the chat, and that's for channel members. I don't see the circles like I'm supposed to be seeing here, so maybe that's not quite operational. It shouldn't matter necessarily right now because we only have a certain number of people in here. But I have another thing for channel members that you will get priority above people once a month, because I used to be doing 1 VIP a month if you were on the low channel member side. That didn't work for a number of reasons because I was randomly giving you a VIP. That doesn't work because now people really care about, no, I didn't want that person in. I wanted this person in. And so a VIP means like who's going in. So the way that you would be able to actually send in a certain person if you get a free VIP is by going to the website. But I didn't want, if you want to join a channel member, to, hey, welcome, you joined the channel member, join the channel. Go to zornsdungeon.com to get your reward or whatever. I wanted, if you're a channel member here on YouTube, it to be immediately obvious what the reward is. So that's why the VIP wasn't working. I didn't want it to be random because I don't think you guys want it to be random. And I didn't want to have to send somebody to the website in order, hey, thank you for joining. Now go to the website and pick a character and make a VIP. So now there's something else that's behind VIPs, behind channel. And that's supposed to be showing up here, but it's not.
We will talk more about that later now. So later. Okay, but here's one of the big things. Well, let's see. Channel members no longer carry channel drafting priority, like standing drafting priority. That was too good. That crowds out new people. Drafting for a repeat fight now depends on how many times you have already fought that night. Everyone who's fought once is expected to be drafted before anyone fights a third time. So if you've not fought at all, then you're going to be drafted, and then we'll have the second time and the third time and the fourth time. Membership doesn't affect those draws. Bloodcage no longer limits how many. Bloodcage no longer limits how many leveled heroes are drafted. I took that off. That was probably a mistake yesterday. I was trying to get, instead of trying to constantly scale up the Bloodcage, I sealed off. I took off the limit. You can have we can draft as many level 1 characters as we draft right now. I took that off. I got some other things for level 1 characters to do, but right now all we have the Bloodcage. That was a mistake yesterday. That limit is off. But here are your combat commands right here. You might want to take note of this. Here are the combat commands. Okay, the combat commands are bang AOA. That's all-out attack. So you're changing the behavior of your character. Okay, the character will auto-play even if it does not have a command, right? But you can enter a command in order to change the behavior of the character. And we're going to see how it works. This is a test night. This is a test night completely. I'm turning it live. I mean, we're going to see what happens. But one of the commands is bang AOA. That's all-out attack. If you choose to go all-out attack, then you're going to try to get to the most threatening enemy. There's no guarantee that you're going to be able to get to the most threatening enemy because other monsters may have zone of control and may intercept before you get there. But if you go bang AOA, you're going right to the most threatening enemy. You will get a bonus to your attack, but you will get a penalty to your defense. Okay? All right, so bang AOA, going toward the most threatening enemy, bonus to attack, penalty to defense. All right? So be careful. Use AOA with caution. Your other one, if you look like you're about to die, then go bang AOD. Right here, bang AOD. Bang AOD is all-out defense. Bang AOD goes all-out defense. You will try to step back if you are able to. You should try to step back if you are able to defend yourself. You will not attack, but you will get a bonus to your defense. Okay? That's AOD. Okay? Also, we have bang HTL. Now, this is an interesting one. I think this one might be the one that provides the most strategic interest during the game. Bang HTL. Bang HTL is for hold the line. If you go bang HTL, you will not move. You're going to stay where you are. You're going to hold the line. Okay? But if you can attack as normal, if there's somebody standing next to you or whatever, you're going to attack as normal. And likewise, but you are not going to like reach out and try to attack somebody. You're going to hold where you are. If you give up your attack because you are holding the line and some other enemy comes up to you, then you will defend as if you were on all-out defense. Okay? So if you are holding the line and you are engaged, you're still going to fight. If you are not engaged, you're going to stand there. If somebody comes up to you, you will fight in all-out defense mode. If you just go all-out defense, you may run. You may back up a few steps in order to get yourself in a better defensive position. But if you go hold the line, then you're going to hold the line right there. Okay, and finally, we have bang run. Bang run means you get the hell out of there. You may not be able to get out of there because if you are engaged in melee, you may be engagement locked. You may have seen, and maybe it's not obvious enough on the screen, but there are the crossed swords that at the top. If you attack somebody but you don't kill them, you are engagement locked with that person. So if you hit bang run, you are not going to be able to, you may not be able to run because you're going to have to roll to try to get out of engagement lock with that person. We're going to come up with more rules for this and things like that later, and I still want to put all these rules on the website. So it doesn't guarantee you're going to be able to run, but you will try to break off the attack if you are engagement locked and get the hell out of there. If you're not engagement locked, you're going to try to get the hell out of there. And then the final order, I cannot guarantee all this is going to work perfect tonight. I cannot guarantee this is going to work perfect tonight. We're going to try. I may have to turn it off. I'm just trying. Okay. Let's see. SDK says for AOA, will they target the closest enemy or the most threat? They're going to target the most threat, but they may be intercepted by the closest. They may be intercepted by the closest because every character has a zone of control around them, which is supposed to be also reliant on the range of their weapon. But I'm not sure that the range of weapons is currently working. Like a spear should go longer, but I haven't been able to see that. So you're going to go toward the most threatening, but you may not be able to get to the most threatening if you are intercepted by somebody closer. So be aware of that. Oh, I didn't make it to the ape. Well, it's because there was a goblin standing next to him that intercepted you. The final command is bang fight, exclamation point fight. Exclamation point fight clears whatever order you have given them and returns you to autoplay mode. Okay, so if you're doing all out defense and you no longer want to do all out defense, hit bang fight. That cancels your all out defense order and then returns you to autoplay mode, right? Likewise with AOA. If you go with AOA and you decide you don't want to do that anymore, bang fight will cancel it. Okay, you can put in more commands, but what should happen is the last command issue will be the one that goes. Okay, if situations change on the battlefield, you went AOA and or AOD or whatever or run, and you want to change that, then issue another order. And as long as that gets in before your turn, whatever the last order you give will override. Okay, that's the way it should work. That's the way it should work. So our commands are bang AOA, bang AOA for all out attack, bang AOD, bang HTL, bang run, and bang fight. Yeah, I don't have, Brad says, for clerics, maybe bang heal, then person's dog tag. Yeah, I don't have a way to specifically, that's not in yet. I mean, you're right. I mean, I have a feeling I know how this is going to go, and that people are going to want greater control over their characters beyond even this. But let's just go with this right now, because yeah, I mean, like, okay, bang heal, then a dog tag. I got it. But for the moment, let's try to get these commands down and working, and they may not work tonight. But this is the direction that I'm going in. Let's see. So that's basically what we're doing here. We're gonna see. That's why you guys had seen me hit bang AOA. So you guys got right, or any particular spell, right? Yes, I know that later. Like, I haven't even got all of the spells functional yet, but Dave is like, yeah, bang heal, or probably, I know it's coming. People are going to want to be able to specifically trigger individual spells. There's a lot right here going on. And I wish I had like 2 solid weeks where I could just sit at the computer and work on this. But this is where we are right now. So, I mean, I know people already want to go further, but let's get this right. So, but like, I typed in bang AOA, and I know a few nights ago I was testing to see if the system recognized that. And it was, and then people saw it and were like, what's bang AOA? What's bang AOA? So bang AOA, Nightbot responds. So that means it's working. Nightbot is responding. These commands are going through Nightbot. Nightbot returns at the moment that I do not have a character in the fight right now. I think it said arena or something like that. And people are like, so why would I want a command that just tells me whether or not I have a character in the arena? Well, I was testing the all-out attack. So you can try that. So John says there were 5 commands total. I had the stream muted briefly. Number one is AOA. Yeah, so number 1 is AOA, all-out attack. Number 2, this is bang AOA, all-out attack. Bang AOD for defense. Bang HTL, hold the line. HTL is hold the line. Bang run, and then bang fight. Okay. No guarantees. No guarantees, but that's what I'm trying to develop here. We're going to see. All right, so let's go to the tavern. Got people here. Good day, Paul. we actually have 20 people. Oh no, we have 20 people watching, which could be 20 people could watch epic failure of my attempt to get combat commands working. But we have 11 likes. Hey, hit 11 likes. That was another thing that was making the Bloodcage really easy. And so the gift of the fairy is supposed to be something that's kind of stretching, right? Because if everybody goes in with the +2 HP because of the super chats, which are fantastic, but then also have the +1 from the fairy, that's everybody having +3 hit points going into the Bloodcage, and that seemed to make it a lot easier than it's generally supposed to be. So the Blessing of the Fairy gets everybody +1 temporary hit point, but it needs to be something we're stretching for. So let's stretch tonight. We got 22 people watching. Please hit the like button. We got 11 likes. If we get to 25, everybody will get +1 temporary hit point. Okay. Let me explain this one more for Corey. Let me go over this again. So bang, hold the line, I think is going to be the most strategic one that people are going to want to hit. If you hit bang, hold the line, your character will not move, or should not move. Your character will remain in position. If there's an enemy beside you, you will attack as normal. If there's no enemy or within your range, if there's no enemy within your range, then you will not attack and you will remain at your position. If an enemy comes up to you after that, then you will defend as if you were on all-out defense. Okay, so you will not advance. You will attack as normal if people are beside you. That also keeps you from attacking and then running off someplace. If you want to hold the line, there a guy beside you, you will attack. You won't move, or you shouldn't move after that. Okay, but if you're just standing there, there was nobody beside you, a monster comes up, you should defend as if you were on all-out defense. I'm nervous. Okay. Let's go to the holding cell here. We should be able to see this right here, that super VIPs are first, then VIPs, then first timers. People who have never fought Bang Spawn, you will be ahead of all but non-VIPs. We're going to get you in and we're going to get you to fight. So if you're new here, please do hit !spawn, create a character. If it's your first time, you're going to go into the cage. Then people who are present in the chat within 35 minutes but have not yet fought. Then people who have already fought, and that's going to go all of your different cages, then everybody else, then Wanderers. Let's draft the party. Let's see what happens. I mean, this could be a disaster. But this is the kind of direction I'm going. This is a test night. If it's a disaster, we'll just we might have to turn it off or whatever, and then try again tomorrow or whatever. But I want you to know. Okay, so Dave, Letitia, Dave, you are in. SKD Fish, a blinking friar, you are in. Mrs. Dave, Pocket Patty, you are in. Sable Phoenix, a fugitive flagellant. John, a splintered flagellant, you are in. Brent, a dwarf tailor, Garrick, you are in, who is well starred. Brianna, an unassuming fortune teller, you are in. Corey comes in with a buff. Thank you very much to Ian the Black and a splintered flagellant. We've got 2 that have just been buffed. Thank you so much. Let's see if we get their lights up. Well, I have to check that out. Corey, Ian the Black, level 1 fighter, you are in. Did I say Dwarf Tailor, Garrick, Brianna, an unassuming fortune teller, Brett, a ragged burglar, Corey, Ian the Black, Courtney, Jimothy is in, Brad Henry, an earnest mountebank, and Wolfgar, a jaded halfling, burglar's apprentice. This is who is in. Let me check. Let's see. Corey put in for PQGH. Wait, we know PQGH, right? Oh, okay. PQGH is not currently in the holding cell. Oh, Pocket Patty got one. Let me go over to the tavern. Let's see. Hector the Deflector. Okay, so why didn't that get Hector? Hector the Deflector is in. Okay, so Hector the Deflector is VIP'd for next time. Hector the Deflector coming in. Okay, holding cell. Mrs. Dave. Oh, poor odds. Mrs. Dave put in Pocket Patty, came back. The odds maker came back with poor odds for Pocket Patty, 28%. Dave Lutitia has a 74% chance of survival. Sable Phoenix, a fugitive flagellant, has a 26% chance of survival. Oh, we have lots of poor odds right here. Brent, Dwarf Taylor Garrick has a 25% chance of survival. Corey, Ian the Black, a rare character here, 22% chance of survival. All right. I mean, let's go. I got water here. I'm probably gonna need a lot more water tonight. But let's see what's going on. Okay, I see that my holding cell is stale here. Hey, Dante. Welcome, Dante. All right, we've already drafted for the first fight tonight. We're doing 4 fights tonight. You will be in next time. So great to see you, Dante. Okay, so here is your commands right here. We're going into the Bloodcage. You give the orders right here. So here they are, big on the screen, so we can see them every time before you go into the Bloodcage. Bang AOA, all out attack. Bang AOD, all out defense. Bang HTL, hold the line. Bang run, retreat. Bang fight. All right, and by the way, Zorn doesn't like to see people who are running. All right, let's see what goes on. I mean, let's open the cage. All right, so, 12 to 13. Okay, 12 to 13, but there are 2 white apes in here. Our front line is going to be Brent, Dwarf Taylor Garrick. And by the way, so I don't have a timer up here, but as of now, your commands are live. So if you wish to issue a command to a character, you should be able to try it. Try it. Brent, Dwarf Taylor, front line. Corey, Ian the Bank. Ian the Black, right there, front line. Dave, Lutitia, front line. Then Wolfgar. Oh, we are really short on fighters. We've got an elf on the front line, Dave, and then Wolfgar, a jaded halfling burglar's apprentice, is on the front line. Then Mrs. Dave, Pocket Patty. Then Brett Hamilton, a rugged burglar. Then Brad, an earnest mountebank. Then John, a splintered flagellant. And then SKD Fish, a blinking friar. Sable Phoenix, a fugitive flagellant. Then Brianna, an unassuming fortune teller, third line. And then Courtney, this is Jimothy, back line. If you want to, let's see. So Sable Phoenix. Okay, Sable Phoenix put in AOA. And so I want to put a marker on people, but that may not be working right now. So, but Nightbot registers that for you, gives you your receipt. Sable Phoenix, a fugitive flagellant, hears you. All-out attack on their next turn. AOA, Corey goes into that. Corey says, the Ian the Black hears you, will go all-out attack. Bang HTML. Bang HTL is not working. Let's try. Who tried? Wait, I don't see. Try Bang HTL. Somebody didn't get HTL in? Brianna says I did try. Try again. I'm not seeing that right here. Try HTL. Try HTL. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. Hold the line. Will cast spells, use bow. Yes, that should be. If you hold the line, but you have a ranged weapon, you should still cast or throw. You should. Yes. This is a test tonight. Everybody. Get 25 people watching. Could be terrible. But yes, if you hold the line, but you have a ranged weapon, then you should go in. All right, let's start. Your command will execute on your next turn. So, Jaded Halfling targets Cave Imp coming in. Wolfgar comes into Cave Imp, cuts him 1 point of damage, a minor slashing wound. Okay, Goblin now targets Halfling Burglar coming into Wolfgar, into Wolfgar's flank here. Critical hit. The blow finds its mark. A jaded halfling burglar's apprentice takes 9 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 7 taken as injury, a tremendous piercing wound. Let's see. Brianna, I'm not sure. Are you in? Ragged Burglar comes in, rocked by 1 point of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound that takes its toll. I will look at that, Brianna, because you're right. I'm just scrolling by and I don't see HTL. Can't fix it right now, but let me try to get that. You're in. Okay, Brianna. Pocket Patty comes in, 10 points of damage. Mrs. Dave puts 10 points of damage on Goblin number 2. The light fades from the Goblin's eyes. Now, Goblin Runt targets the Ragged Burglar. This is going into Brent. Ragged Burglar takes 2 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Ragged Burglar drops onto the cage floor, but is still alive. It's exclamation point HTL. White Ape now comes into Pocket Patty, throwing a stone. Muscle and Grit still up. It's Bang HTL. Okay, got that to work. All right. White Ape now moving toward Letitia. Throwing with a boulder, comes in to Letitia. Letitia takes 3 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Cave Imp targets Pocket Patty. Cave Imp comes into Pocket Patty, 2 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury, minor slashing wound. So Bang HTL might not be working right now. I will check after this fight. Goblin comes into Dwarf Taylor, 1 point of damage, a minor piercing wound. Okay, Kobold Crawler now away from the back, targets Dwarf Taylor. Probably going to throw. Kobold Crawler comes in to Dwarf Taylor Garrick. Slight injury there. Slight injury. Jimothy. This is Courtney. Jimothy. Courtney from the back. Nothing going right there. Cave Imp now comes up to Pocket Patty in the flank right there. Cave Imp comes in on Pocket Patty. 3 points of damage. A moderate slashing wound. Pocket Patty drops, no last words. Pocket Patty has fallen. F in the chat for Pocket Patty. I am sorry, Mrs. Dave. Pocket Patty has fallen. 1 minor slashing wound, 3 moderate slashing wounds. This is now more difficult for me to keep up with as I'm watching people go by with different orders and trying to make sure this is working. As we get more okay with all the orders, that'll get easier. But now it's fun. Blinking Friar comes in to the fortune teller, is bracing him against death. As death saves until the end of the turn. Ian the Black, Corey. Okay, Corey now targets White Ape. Ian the Black comes up to Cave Imp. 9 points of damage to Cave Imp, a grievous slashing wound. Ian the Black takes down Cave Imp right there. All right, Gremlin. Gremlin targets Ian the Black. Gremlin comes up, targeting Ward flares as the strike lands. Ian the Black, 1 temporary hit point spent, no wound. Ratkin Mongrel targets Letitia all the way from the back. Might not be able to get there. Probably have to expend 2 turns. No, can't get there. Ernest Mountebank, Brad. Okay, where is Ernest Mountebank? Trying to get over here to an ape, but is intercepted by a goblin instead. Comes in, targets goblin, attacks, 5 points of damage, a major piercing wound. The goblin falls. We are now at 9 PCs to 10 monsters. Letitia targets White Ape. Letitia casts Firebolt at the White Ape. Sustains 5 points of damage, a major fire wound that blisters and chars. We are smelling this, the burning hair of the ape in the blood cage now. Letitia backs up. 9 PCs to 10 monsters. Goblin targets Ian the Black. Goblin comes in. Ian the Black takes 3 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. Zorn readies the archers. A volley may be coming. We've got 26 people watching. Bang spawn, everybody. Exclamation point spawn. Create a character and make sure you hit the like button so we can get the blessing of the fairy. A fugitive flagellant. This is Sable Phoenix now coming in on Goblin Runt. A fugitive flagellant arcs into the Goblin Runt. 5 points of damage. Takes him out right there. -3, down to -3. The fugitive flagellant is up. Fugitive Flagellant is up. The Runt is down. Splintered Flagellant. This is John targeting Cave Imp. John is now throwing, what was this? 9 points of damage. A grievous radiant wound. That was, I believe, radiant light or something like that. Let's see. Arrow Storm. Zorn looses the volleys. We got to take 3 arrows from atop the arrow cage, the blood cage right now. Sable Phoenix. Oh, dodges. Fugitive Flagellant sidesteps. The arrow whips past. Harmless. Ernest Mountebank. Brad. 2 points of damage. Letitia. The arrow bites. Letitia takes 2 damage. Dwarf Taylor. Okay, targets White Ape coming in. Critical strike, no mercy. White Ape takes 21 points of damage, a catastrophic bludgeoning wound. That might be our very biggest hit ever. I think that takes the record. 21 points of damage from the dwarf into the ape. 21 points of damage. Amazing. That was incredible. Slimeling now targets Garrick right there. Slimeling comes in. Struck for 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound that drops his guard. Round number 2. Ratkin Mongrel targets the splintered flagellant. Ratkin Mongrel sinks his teeth and weathers the strike. 2 temporary hit point lost. No wounds there. Cave Imp targets Ian the Black. I see a shield saying that somebody is on all-out defense. Ian the Black is rent for 1 point of damage, a minor slashing wound. I see several people who are on all-out defense, and I see people who are on all-out attack. I need those signs to be larger so you can see them, but I see the tokens coming up on screen, so that is working. Cave Imp takes damage. Letitia throws with Firebolt. We are now 9 PCs to 7 monsters. Ernest Mountebank, it's your turn. Brad Henley coming into Slimeling. An Ernest Mountebank comes in. 2 points of damage, a minor slashing wound. Jimothy Courtney targets Ratkin Mongrel coming in. Acid Splash at Ratkin Mongrel. 3 points of damage to Ratkin Mongrel, a moderate acid wound. Ratkin Mongrel drops. Okay, Kobold Crawler now coming into Dwarf Taylor Garrick, throwing with the dart, reeling from 1 point of damage only, not bad, a minor piercing wound. Dwarf Taylor Garrick, a Blinking Friar, SKD Fish, targets the White Ape, looking for a way to get there, not sure if he's going to be able to do it or not. Wants the big guy in the back. Oh, instead comes up and weaves resistance around Dwarf Garrett. Not a bad idea. He's down to 3 of 8, and you know he's about to get stuck in some more. He's on all-out defense. He runs. We had somebody run. Okay, runs to the back right there. Okay, gets out of there. Fugitive Flagellant targets Kobold Crawler. Fugitive Flagellant arcs the flail into the Kobold Crawler. 5 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. Portcullis, Ratkin Gore Strider with Ratkin Gore Child comes in, lurking behind the cage. Ratkin Gore Strider targets the unassuming fortune teller. This is Brianna. An unassuming fortune teller reels from 4 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound. You are down, clinging stubbornly to life. Hold the line. Apparently it's not working. I will check on that at the end of this cage. Ratkin Gorechild lashes claws at the splintered flagellant. 4 points of damage, goes down to 1. Slimeling now comes into Dwarf Garrett. Dwarf Taylor Garrick, 1 point of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound. Gremlin targets Ian the Black. Ian the Black coming, deflected. Ian the Black deflects the Gremlin's attack. Nothing going right there. 8 PCs to 7 monsters. Splintered Flagellant. This is John coming up to Ratkin Gorechild. There's certainly a lot for me to keep track of. Coming in at Ratkin Gorechild, bludgeons him for 9 points of damage. Ratkin Gorechild drops, staggers, twitches, and falls. Okay, Goblin now coming also up to Ian the Black. Goblin comes in, deflected with the crude spear. The crude spear is deflected, angles his shield. The strike rebounds, 0 damage. 8 PCs to 6 monsters. We still have a white ape here coming up to Sable Phoenix's Flagellant. Absorbs the impact of 7 points of damage. A tremendous bludgeoning wound. The fugitive Flagellant has dropped. The white ape has slain the fugitive Flagellant. Down. Round number 3. Here we go. Goblin targets Ian the Black. Goblin comes in, deflected right there. Ian the Black sets his shield and rides it out. It is the perfect block. We have an epic defense right there. Cave Imp targets Ian the Black. People wants Ian the Black. He is being a rock here. Deflected. Ian the Black, a rock right there. Untouchable. Ian the Black, 4 in a row right there. He's going all-out defense right there in the center row. Ernest Mountebank comes into Slimeling. Slimeling weathers the strike untouced. 2 piercing damage shrugged off. No wound right there. Jimothy, this is Courtney. Courtney is targeting the Ratkin Gorestrider. Going to cast, yes, Acid Splash into the Gorestrider's rear. Never sees it coming. Ratkin Gorestrider hit for 4 points of damage. A moderate acid wound that hisses on the skin. Okay, Dwarf Taylor targets Slimeling. Dwarf Taylor comes in, 7 points of damage, a tremendous bludgeoning wound. The Slimeling's body goes limp. It is finished. We do have 31 watching. Whoa, we have 31 people, 33 people watching. Hit the like button, everybody. Please do. And hit bang spawn if you're new here, or just talk in the chat so that it will know that you're here to bring your characters in. Lutetia targeting Ratkin Gorestrider. Ratkin Gorestrider, 5 points of damage, a major slashing wound. Ratkin Gorestrider drops dead, blood pools beneath. Ratkin Gorestrider taking out 7 PCs to 4 monsters. Hey, Robert. Let's see. Blinking Friar comes into White Ape. White Ape is slammed for 5 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. The White Ape is knocked to the floor. The White Ape is knocked to the floor. Ian the Black, a splintered Flagellant, now targets Cave Imp. Last stand coming up to Cave Imp. You got to put this Cave Imp down right there. 5 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. Light fades from the Cave Imp's eyes. Fell-handed. A splintered Flagellant goes 3 in a row, fell-handed. Who's up next? White Ape rises from the floor, so because he was knocked down, he had to get back up this round. Nice job. Gremlin comes into Ian the Black, deflected. That's the very start of our different kinds of weapon effects that we're going to have. That is also not working perfectly right now, but you can tell that it is working. The ape was knocked down. He had to get back up on his turn. Round number 4. That's 1 AP down. Very nice. Dwarf Garrett now comes up to the White Ape. Closing, slammed for 9 points of damage, a grievous bludgeoning wound, taking its toll. Dwarf Garrett takes out White Ape. Fell-handed, Dwarf Garrett goes 3 kills in a row. Gremlin targets Ian the Black. Can we do anything about Ian the Black right there? Evaded! Ian the Black evades the Gremlin's attack. This go invulnerable 6. He has gone 3 unscathed. He remains a rock in the center of the cage. Goblin number 3 deflected. Ian, textbook deflection. Ian is on a streak. Invulnerable. Ian has taken 7 in a row. It is time to attack 7 PCs to 2 monsters. Ernest now comes up. Goblin number 3, 2 points of damage. A minor slashing wound right there. Lutetia targets the goblin. Lutetia casts Firebolt against the goblin. Goes 3 points of damage to the goblin. Moderate fire wound right there. The goblin falls with a final thud. Hit bang spawn if you are here for the first time. Exclamation point spawn. That will generate a character for you in the chat, and you can play next round. Gremlin suffers 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. That is SKD Fish takes out the gremlin. Ian the Black is going all-out attack, I see, next turn. But no need. Victory. 2 souls walk out alive. 2 are hauled out unconscious. The crowd roars for the living. That seemed fun. I'm not sure if it all worked the way that it was supposed to be. Just 1 second. Gonna look at Bang HTL. All right. Is there a mechanical penalty for running? Yes. And Zorn doesn't like it. That was more fun. I can't guarantee that all worked perfectly. It probably did not. So I'm going to have to change things up. I've got the whole battle log that I'll look at tonight. I mean, I'm looking at Bang HTL right now, but that's going to become a lot more fun. Let's see. So AOD, AOA, run, and fight are working for sure, but right now HTL are not. I'm working on that right now. Let's go ahead and go to the winch room. Let's go ahead and turn the winch. So who came up? Let's deploy the goblin medics. So Dave, Lutetia, are you getting help? Yeah, a little bit of help right there. A little bit of help right there. Garrett gets a little bit of help right there. Trying to come in for some more. A little more help from the goblins. A little more help for the goblins. All right, good, pretty good. Ian the Black gets nothing going right there. So Sable Phoenix says yes. So if a character, that's correct. If a character has no shield and are on AOD, then they have a chance for the new evade effect. That is true. That is true. So even if you have no shield and you go AOD for all-out defense, there is now an evade effect that you may trigger. Yes. Can't guarantee it's working perfectly right now, but that was a lot of fun. There was a lot of action. So I can't wait to go through all this, go through some more cages, and then go through it all tonight and make it working even better. So Cleric, SDK Fish, you got a level 1 Cleric. You made it through. The Unassuming Fortune Teller, Brianna, Mage, level 1. You got through. Fairy's Blessing, wounds wash away. Light, spell learned. Got to get those working. Ernest Mountebank, Brad Henley, level 1 Thief. Ragged Burglar, Brent. Thief, level 1. You got it. I think you were the first to evade, Corey. Splintered Flagellant, John, Cleric, level 1. Fairy's Blessing, wounds washed away. All right, let's sort and dismiss. If you have characters, by the way, then in the stable, hit Bang T, all, If you have characters in the stable is your safe place where characters go after the stable if they are uninjured. Hit bang T all. You will move all of your stabled characters over to the tavern. And yes, you can go the other way. Hit bang S all. It will move your characters over from the tavern to the stable if you are done with them for the night. But remember that level 0 characters cannot be moved away from the tavern. Their only way out is to fight. Oh, Robert's brought them over. Okay, so yes, right. So Robert just said bang T all, and Robert brought over a whole bunch of characters. And yes, Brent is also showing you that you can hit bang char to find out a list of characters, or you can go to zornsdungeon.com, log in with the Google login that you are using here and your same YouTube email address, and you will be able to see all of your characters, and you will have much finer grained control over them. So there you go. So Bang Char gives you the as good a list as you can get of your characters with their location. The first letter is their location: T for tavern, S for stable, I for infirmary. Let's see. So there we go. Let's go back to the taverns. Let's see what's going on. Let's get rid of this. Let's see what is up. So for players, let's go over here to players. So Corey has Hector the Deflector. Hector the Deflector is going to be going in. We only have 15 likes. We have 33 people watching. It takes 25 likes on the stream to get the blessing of the fairy, giving everybody who is watching, who is playing tonight, +1 temporary hit point. So we have 34 people watching. We should easily be able to get the blessing of the fairy. So if you have not liked the stream, please do like the stream. And if it is your first time, if you are here, hit bang spawn, ! Spawn. First time, Dante, you're going to be in. Dante has a blundering antiquarian's assistant. You're going to be fighting next. In the chat, who have not fought yet, Tabletop Scholar, you are going to be in. Robert, you are going to be in. And then everybody who has already fought tonight will be drawn. So please do bang spawn, everybody. Let's bang spawn. Everybody bang spawn tonight. All right. Hector is well starred. Anybody want to play with Hector? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, we have 13. We have 13 people who are registered, but we have 32 people watching. ! Spawn. ! Spawn. Let's create characters, or at least talk in the chat so the bot knows that you're here if you already have characters. Look at all these people who are away and have characters waiting here in the tavern. And they need to fight. Let's see. All right, a few seconds remaining. We will do what you need to do. In a few seconds, we'll go draft again in the holding cell. Exactly. We need that. Like that. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody bang spawn tonight. Everybody bang spawn tonight. Half of them are Russian bots. Think we've been invaded by Russian bots. Hey, prove you're not a Russian bot by bang spawning. Everybody bang spawn tonight, and you can bang spawn if you want to. We won't leave your friends behind. Let's go to the holding cell. Draft priority. If you are new here, super VIPs will go in first. Those are game master designated only, and they still maintain their priority. Then VIPs, anybody who super chats in, you will have you will be in the next rung. Then anybody who is here for the first time, who's bang spawned, and you've never fought, you will be ahead of all but the VIPs. I don't think the channel member priority circles are working right now, but then if you have not yet fought, you will be next. But if you have been present in the chat over the next 35 minutes, you will be in, and then everybody else who has already fought will start to cycle. So, all right, let's draft. Let's go. Hey, if your friends don't bang spawn, then they're no friends of ours, right? Our friends bang spawn. Corey, Hector the Deflector, you are in. Level 1 Paladin, rare and well-starred. Dante, a blundering antiquarian's assistant. Level 0, you are in. Welcome to your first Bloodcage, Dante. You are in. Robert, an awkward mountebank, level 0. You are in. And also, Corey's Hector the Deflector is fully buffed with the super chats that give him +2 temporary hit points, +1 damage, and let's see, and +2 to all saving throws. Tabletop Scholar, a wide-eyed bodyguard, is in. Dave, a rusty lector, is in. Courtney, Cheddar Bay Biscuits, a rare and well-starred fighter. So this character is only a 1 in 54 different spawns. Also well-starred, meaning top 12% of ability scores. Sable Phoenix, a Warren Sexton, you are in. Mrs. Dave, Ronnie Rampage, well-starred, you are in. Lots of blood drops right there. You get blood drops for surviving blood cages. Brad Henley, a vengeful cartographer's assistant. Brianna Reynolds, an earnest gnome tinker, is in. Brent Sir Dondarian is in. Level 1 knight with 4 blood drops. SKD Fish, a bloodshot torchbearer. Robert says, what am I? Robert, an awkward mountebank. An awkward mountebank, you are a thief. You are a thief. That is a pretty good team. We have 8 level 0 characters in here, 8 level 0 characters, and 4 level 1 characters. Average level of 0.3, 67 HP in here. Oh, Mrs. Dave sent in a 199 super chat. Thank you very much, Mrs. Dave. Gave Ronnie Rampage +2 temporary hit points. But look at this in the cage. I don't think I've ever seen this before. We have 67 hit points in this cage with an average hit points of 6. That's pretty incredible. This is pretty incredible. Dave's Rusty Lecter has a 92% chance of survival. Courtney Cheddar Bay Biscuits has a 72% chance of survival. Sable Phoenix 78. Ronnie Rampage 86. Brad Henry 73%. That is a this could be the most intense or hardened, or most battle hardened as far as total HP go that we have ever seen in the cage. Okay, so it's time to go to the blood cage. Then we can issue our battle orders. Right? Yes. Let's go to the blood cage. We are done here in the holding cell. Let's go over into the holding cell. Here are our commands. If you are new here, bang AOA puts you on all-out attack. Bang AOD. You do not have to issue orders to your character. Your character will play automatically according to the algorithm, and so it will act by instinct and it will fight just as normal. But if you want to override its behavior, the commands are bang AOD. Bang AOA is all-out attack. Bang AOD, all-out defense. Bang. Oh wait, I need to look at HTL. Hang on. Hang on. Let me see. Look at Bing HTML. Oh, wait. Hang on. I may have found the problem. Hang on. Let me see. Let me try to get Bang HTL working. I'm sorry. This is a test night. This is a big test night. We have never used active combat commands before. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can get Bang. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. It'd be great if I can get that working. Otherwise, we might just not have Bang HTL tonight. Because I was just looking, I see that in Nightbot, we have Bang HTL. It told me that I don't think that's a registered Nightbot. That would be an error for me if I had not registered Bang HTL. But I believe I have. Let's see. Comparing Bang HTL and AOD. Oh, I might not have the right thing in Nightbot. Just 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it. I am sorry, everybody, but I told you this is a test stream here. because it looks like that was not working. Okay, let me try. Okay, we're going to try to give a different message to Nightbot, so we will see if this works. Okay, updated that. Okay, let me try this. So apropos of nothing, you can see the max HP of your characters in the infirmary, but not their current HP. Okay, need to fix that. So it might not have been registered in Nightbot correctly. HTL. So let me try. Let me see. Wait, what? Try hitting bang HTL. I just got told that YouTube rejected my comment. This usually because it thinks that it's spam. Well, that's not good. Let me come over here. Let me try to put it right into the YouTube. So YouTube may also be having a problem with bang HTL. Is that some kind of, does that mean something that I don't know about, that YouTube would mark that as spam or something? Not HTML, HTL. Somebody else, can you hit bang HTL in there? No response. Sable says no response. Huh. Okay. Well, so there might be a deeper issue with bang HTL. Like, is that like an abbreviation for something that like is inappropriate or something that I don't know about? So maybe I have to change the bang HTL code. Wait, hang on. Okay, wait a minute. This is a test. Wait a minute. What if I change it to something else? Hit the lid. I mean, I don't know. All right. Because that won't work. I don't want to have something that now I don't see it, Robert. I don't see it. Okay, let me try. Okay, let me try doing this. Multiple problems on hold the line. Okay. What if yeah, so okay, so two problems. It may not have been correctly registered in Nightbot. Oh, okay. Look, I just put in bang hold. Okay, so at the moment, let's use bang hold. Bang hold, and I got you don't have a character in the fight right now. So it took bang hold. And there is probably, let me see if there's probably a global cooldown on bang hold. Bang hold has a 5-second, the minimum that you can have in Nightbot, I believe, is a 5-second cooldown. Okay, so there, it's working for other people. So there is a cooldown. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so I might change it from hold to something else later, but for the moment tonight, instead of bang HTL, it's bang hold. Okay, there we go. Okay. No. Yeah, Robert says, but I do have a character, but I have not actually opened the Bloodcage right now. I have not actually opened the Bloodcage right now. I'm about to do that. So this is going to be bang hold. Okay, let's open the cage and bring people in. Let's see how this works. All right. We are 12 to 13. Oh, not bad. 12 to 13. And we got so many hit points. Didn't we just say this was like a mammoth party or something like that? Bang hold may be a better command. Maybe it is. Bang AOA. I mean, I know AOA and AOD from playing GURPS. Yeah, AOA, all out attack. Bang AOD, all out defense. Bang hold. Bang run. Bang fight. Maybe that's good. Nightman's good. So, okay. So now we are in. So now we should be receiving commands here. So, Mrs. Dave, Ronnie Rampage, front line. Tabletop Scholar, a wide-eyed bodyguard, front line. Brent, Sir Dondarian, front line. Courtney, Cheddar Bay Biscuits, front line. Corey, Hector the Deflector, second line. Sable Phoenix, a Warren Sexton, second line. SKD Fish, a Bloodshot Torchbearer, second line. Robert, an Awkward Mountebank, second line. Dave, a Rusty Lecter, third line. Brianna, an Earnest Gnome Tinker, third line. Dante, a Blundering Antiquarian's Assistant, third line. Brad Henry, a Vengeful Cartographer's Assistant, third line. Hey, if you're here, hit the like button. Also hit bang spawn, create a character, and get in the fight. This could, I don't want, if I say it's going to be a walkover, then I'm going to jinx it. So there we go. So yes, rock solid front and second line. This is, we could stomp it. I don't want to jinx it, but could stomp it. Let's see. All right, so first up, Vengeful Cartographer's Assistant targets White Ape, comes up, looks like you're going to try to shoot. Yes, this is a good way to start. Cast Firebolt at the White Ape. 4 points of damage to the White Ape, a moderate fire wound. Ronnie? No. Hector. Okay, Hector the Deflector comes up toward the Goblin, comes in, takes a puncture wound, 9 points of damage, a grievous piercing wound to the Goblin with the Warhammer, puts the piercing side of the Warhammer through the Goblin's skull right there. Okay, Bloodshot Torchbearer targets Goblin. Okay, Bloodshot Torchbearer comes in on the Cave Imp, hit for 7 points of damage, a tremendous slashing wound. The Cave Imp drops dead, blood pools beneath. Blundering Antiquarian's Assistant comes in to White Ape, looking for White Ape. Other way. White Ape looking for Bloodshot Torchbearer instead. Comes in. White Ape strikes barehanded. Critical, expert precision. Bloodshot Torchbearer takes 11 damage. 1 turned aside. 10 taken as injury. A grievous bludgeoning wound from the fist of the White Ape. The Torchbearer of SKD Fish has dropped. Okay, Goblin now coming in to Hector the Deflector. Goblin number 2 punches the point, takes 3 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 1 taken as injury right there. Goblin Runt also coming in to Hector the Deflector. Goblin Runt coming in. Hector the Deflector takes 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound. Had he been all-out attack coming in, because if he was all-out attack coming in, he will have no defense until his next turn, even if you have registered all-out defense. All-out defense won't pick up until his next turn. Hector the Deflector skewered for 1 point of damage. Remember, your command only registers at the start of your, on your turn. Let's see. Rusty Lecter comes in on Ratkin Mongrel's flank, rocked by 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. So if you hit all-out attack and then you attack and then you hit all-out defense, your all-out defense will not register until your next turn. You'll have to go all one entire cycle with all-out attack. So be careful with that. Let's see. Kobold Crawler throws into the Vengeful Cartographer's Assistant. Brad Henry takes 1 point of damage, a minor piercing wound. Warren Sexton, this is Sable Phoenix, coming in to the White Ape. 1 point of damage to the White Ape, a minor bludgeoning wound. Cheddar Bay Biscuits, Courtney, now comes up to the White Ape. Cheddar Bay comes in on the White Ape's flank. White Ape is struck for 12 points of damage, a catastrophic piercing wound. The White Ape expires on the cold stone. Okay, Ronnie Rampage coming up toward the Goblin. Coming into Goblin number 2's flank. Goblin takes 7 points of damage, a tremendous slashing wound. $11 PCs to 8 monsters. We've got a Gremlin right here who is looking at Ronnie Rampage. Takes the strike on Borrowed Vigor. 1 temporary HP burned. No damage. Still got plenty of HP right there. Awkward Mountebank. This is Robert looking up here at Gremlin. Awkward Mountebank. Robert comes into Cave Imp number 3. Bleeds from a thrust of 3 points of damage. The light fades from the Cave Imp's eyes. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is incoming. Be ready for the goblin archers at the top of the Bloodcage. Cave Imp now targets a worn sexton. Awkward mountebank. Oh, comes into an awkward mountebank instead. Cave Imp rakes a claw talon at the mountebank. 3 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound. The awkward mountebank staggers once and falls forever. Wide-eyed bodyguard, tabletop scholar, comes into the gremlin. Wide-eyed bodyguard, devastating strike. Gremlin absorbs the impact of 9 points of damage. A grievous bludgeoning wound with a mace just splattered that gremlin. Gremlin body parts, body parts that are unrecognizable now as gremlin, splatter all across the cage. 10 PCs to 6 monsters. Kobold Crawler moves toward a worn sexton who is holding the line. Throws into the sexton. 2 points of damage to a worn sexton, a minor piercing wound. Arrow Storm. Zorn looses the volley. We've got to take 6 arrows. 6 arrows are incoming to our intrepid heroes fighting in the Bloodcage. Cheddar Bay Biscuits rolls with the impact. 1 stamina spent and nothing else. Still 9 points of damage right there. Tabletop Scholar. Lots of HP in this. 1 point of damage. Zorn is not cutting them down fast enough. Vengeful Cartographer's Assistant, 2 points of damage. Ronnie Rampage, Mrs. Dave, the ward shimmers and deflects the shaft. Sir Dondarian, Brent, the arrow bites. Sir Dondarian takes 3 points of damage. Worn Sexton, Sable Phoenix. Oh no, the arrow finds its mark. The Worn Sexton crumples to the cage floor and drops. Is gone. Worn Sexton is out of here. Nine PCs to 6 monsters. Kobold Crawler comes toward the wide-eyed bodyguard. Throws. Deflected right there. Deflected. Wide-eyed bodyguard. Angles the shield perfectly. The strike rebounds. Sir Dondarian now. Where is Brent going? Looks at this goblin runt way up there. May stop, yes, at this cave imp. Intercepted by the cave imp. Retargeting instead. Comes in, gores him for 9 points of damage. Grievous piercing wound. Cave imp drops. Earnest Gnome Tinker looking at Slimeling. Let's see. Slimeling comes instead to Sir Dondarian. We're going Slimeling to Sir Dondarian. Coming in. Only 3 HP. Oh, but deflected. Deflected right there. Round number 2. Kobold Crawler looks at Cheddar Bay Biscuits. This is Courtney throwing. Cheddar Bay Biscuits takes 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound. Still kind of early in round 2. So Rusty Lecter now moves toward Goblin Runt. 4 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound to Goblin Runt. The Goblin Runt staggers, twitches, and falls. Blundering Antiquarian's Assistant. Is he backing up? Oh, all-out defense. So he backs up. So I believe he was on all-out defense. I need a better way to indicate that. But he backs up because he's an all-out defense. Either way. Brad, a Vengeful Cartographer's Assistant, comes into Slimeling's flank, flares with 3 points of damage. A moderate fire wound is able to drop Slimeling. Portcullis, Ratkin Abomination with 2 Ratkin Gore Children. You knew that was coming in. Okay, 9 PCs up. Let's see, Ratkin Abomination now targeting the Blundering Antiquarian's Assistant of Dante. Slashes him for 6 points of damage, a major slashing wound, but he is still alive. I am sorry, that's the life of a level 0 character, but you are out cold on the floor. If we can get you out of there, then if we can win the cage, we'll get you out of there. Let's see. Ratkin Gorechild comes in to Earnest Gnome Tinker, leaving him at 1 only. Ratkin Gorechild now comes up to Brad's vengeful cartographer's assistant with a critical strike straight to the chest with this thing's claws. 8 points of damage. Vengeful cartographer's assistant drops. Seven PCs to 6 monsters. Ronnie now looking at Ratkin Gorechild behind him. This is Mrs. Dave coming in. 11 points of damage, a catastrophic piercing wound to Ratkin Gorechild. Ratkin Gorechild collapses dead. Wide-Eyed Bodyguard targets Kobold Crawler. Wide-Eyed Bodyguard comes in, rocked for 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound that lands clean. Wide-Eyed Bodyguard takes out Kobold Crawler. Seven PCs to 4 monsters. Cheddar Bay Biscuits moves toward Kobold Crawler. Kobold Crawler sustains 6 points of damage, a major piercing wound. Kobold Crawler drops dead, blood pools beneath. Sir-Dondarian. Oh, no, you're going over to fight this kobold. I see how it is, Sir-Dondarian. Goes over to the kobold. Only 1 point of damage. 1 point of damage to Kobold Crawler right there. And the Kobold Crawler turns around with a long knife. Deflected. Sir-Dondarian still up 3 of 6 right there. All right, Tinker, this is Brianna looking at Ratkin Gorechild. Comes in, sustains 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound. Round number 3. Round 3. We are at 7 PCs to 3 monsters. This Kobold Crawler is once again coming in with a long knife into Sir-Dondarian. 1 point of damage. He has 2 of 6 remaining. 2 of 6. Now it's Ratkin Gorechild's turn, looking at Brianna's gnome Tinker, coming in. 2 points of damage, minor slashing wound. Will she save? She does save. She passes her saves. The earnest gnome Tinker is unconscious on the floor. Let's see. Rusty Lecter. This is Dave coming into Kobold Crawler. Rusty Lecter. Kobold Crawler absorbs the impact of 4 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. So Dave's Rusty Lecter takes out Kobold Crawler number 2. Fell-handed, a Rusty Lecter. Ratkin Abomination going toward Ronnie Rampage. Coming in. Oh, catches the Ratkin Abomination's blow on the boss of the shield. It splinters but holds. 1 remaining. Only 1 remaining durability. But that may be enough. 6 PCs to only 2 monsters. Cheddar Bay Biscuits moving toward Ratkin Abomination. Not sure if you're going to be able to get there or not. Doesn't look like it. Not able to move in, so stops short. Not putting himself at suicidal charge range. Tabletop Scholar comes in to Ratkin Gorechild. 1 point of damage to the Gorechild, a minor bludgeoning wound. Ratkin Abomination now targets Ronnie Rampage again, coming in. Oh, Ronnie Rampage's wooden shield shatters under the blow, but still alive, no damage. Then opens him up with 2 points of damage with the Abomination's claws. Now down to 5 of 7, may get out. Let's see. Brent now sees Sir-Dondarian now coming across to Ratkin Abomination. Comes in on the flank, cuts him down. 6 points of damage. Is that enough? A major piercing wound with a short spear. No, he's still up. Hector the Deflector moves back. Let's see. Ronnie Rampage comes in on Ratkin Abomination, cuts him for 6 points of damage, a major slashing wound. Ronnie Rampage of Mrs. Dave cuts down Ratkin Abomination. Round number 4. Ratkin Gorechild's going first. Can Ratkin Gorechild put down the Wide-Eyed Bodyguard? Only 1 point of damage. 1 point of damage. You don't think AOD should run? Not running is what Bang Hold is for. Bang all out defense will move you to a better location. If you don't want to move, hit bang hold. 6 PCs to 0 monsters. You said the cage was off number. 6 souls walk out alive. 2 are hauled out unconscious. The crowd roars. Well, no, I think that all out defense will move you like at most like a couple of squares. Run is run. Run is like get out of there. Run is get out of there, and you don't receive defensive bonuses. 14 XP. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, everything is up for change right now. This is a test. Well, if you want to tank, then that's hold. Bang hold. Because if you want to hold and you're adjacent to something, you will fight. But if you are not adjacent to something, then you will act as if you were on all-out defense when something comes up. You want a command where even if you are adjacent to something, you do not want to attack. If you say bang hold, or you want a command where you basically bang hold, but you do not attack even what is in front of you. Let's go to the winch room. Was that only the second one? Was that the second one? Goblin Medics. Ronnie Rampage. Cheddar Biscuits, no help there. Sir Dondarian, you get a little help right there. A little help. This is only the second cage. We got 2 more cages to go. Welcome, Uncertain. Welcome. Welcome, you in. Welcome. Good to see you. Great to have you here. Bang spawned in. A fretful city guard. You're going to be in next time. Right. When you hold, you attack, but you don't get the defensive bonus. Okay. Well, we'll write it up. Put in the comments. So everything is up for grabs right here. Promotions. Okay. Blundering Antiquarian's assistant, Mage, Daniel. Oh, Dante. Excuse me, Dante. You made it through. Dante, you made it through. Blundering Antiquarian's assistant. We have 40 people watching. This is reporting to me. We have 40 people watching. Have we not got 25 likes yet? Rusty Lecter, Dave, Cleric, number 1. Wide-eyed bodyguard, tabletop scholar. An earnest gnome tinker, Brianna, gnome. John says, thank you. John says, this is really interesting, Heath. It seems like the commands are already making a big difference in the fight. I think they are. Now, I can't guarantee they are all perfect right now. There'll be some massaging, but I am really enjoying this. I am really enjoying this. So I'm glad that I went ahead and brought it out tonight as a test. I'm really glad we brought it out tonight as a test. There will be changes, there will be changes. It'll improve, but I am so happy I brought this out tonight as a test because it is so much fun. This is so much fun. Let's see. Let's sort and dismiss. Now, what are you looking for, Dante? Are you looking for Bang Char, maybe? Bang Char. Oh, Ronnie Rampage's friends celebrating the winch room. Ronnie Rampage goes with his friends to the winch room. Oh, we might have a VIP right there. We might have a VIP in there. I know it is so much more. The engagement and the involvement is much better. So, other than just the auto playing the battle, yes, this is far more involved. Let's see. Oh, I bet you have 2 then. We're gonna look for you right over here. Let's go over here to the Last Resort Tavern. I'll do a hard refresh. Let me see here. Yes, uncertain. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this right away. But you have 2 characters in the tavern right now. You will only fight with one of them at a time. Probably the first one that you saw on the website was one of them, and then you spawned here when you hit Bang Spawn, a Fretful City Guard. So, in the tavern, you have a Fretful City Guard and a Reluctant Merchant's Guard. You only fight with one at a time, but you have 2 characters now. TSL Frontman. Oh, uncertain? I bet it is. I bet it is. This is uncertain. Uncertain. Yes, it's uncertain. Uncertain. You have 2. Both of your characters are here. You will fight with one. TSL Frontman is here with some characters. So TSL Frontman will get in, and then Daniel, and then we have people who have already fought tonight. I don't understand why the already fought tonight is not showing me the number of times. It's supposed to show me the number of times, but it should cycle through them. We only have 16 of 25 likes. Uncertain. Got you. Okay, everybody, if you need to adjust something with a character, I've got to take just a quick break. I'm going to leave this up so that you can see exactly what's going on in the tavern. I'm going to grab some more water. I'm going to take a quick bio break. We have 2 more fights tonight. We are testing the combat commands tonight. So I'll be right back. All right. Everybody bang spawn tonight. Everybody bang spawn tonight. We have to come up with a whole song about that. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dave. Let's see. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to bench some people, but we're going through and we're killing some. I'm gonna have to bench some. All right, let's do it again. Let's play. Let's go in. Everybody. Oh no, wait, no, we gotta do one more thing. Still, I know only 16 likes. That's what I'm seeing up here. Only 16. It says I got 47 people watching. Only have 16 likes. If you hit the like button when we get to 25, everybody in the tavern will get +1 temporary hit point. Temporary hit points. That's the blessing of the fairy. So we need people to like the stream. Let's see. So let's go over here and do this though. Let's go over to the blessing of the fairy. I don't think there's a lot of action tonight with the blessing of the fairy, but let's go ahead and begin with the blessing of the fairy. Let's see what she's got. The fairy says, "Hero of the cage, you have bled for Zorn in his cruel game, and though you did not break, your gear did. Here, take this. I found it for you. It might have the blood of one less fortunate still on it, but it was all I could find. Use it well and become the hero I know you can be." Pastor, vial of holy water. Pastor Bob, John, you get a vial of holy water. Ronnie Rampage, Mrs. Dave, you get a blood-stained buckler. Boars, rickety buckler. And that's it. Daniel says we may have to do it. Yeah, maybe rather than benching them, we need to have some way to kill a bunch of them off. All right, let's go back. So that was the tavern. So here we are. Let's go to the holding cell. VIPs, first timers, then not yet fought, then already fought in order. Any way to see VIP characters? Yeah, it's over here in the tavern. Right now, we don't have any VIP characters. Let's draft the party. Here we go. Okay, uncertain, a fretful city guard. You are in. Ill-starred, right here. Daniel, Sir Corvin of the Wind. Well-starred. You are in. Top 12% of ability scores. Uncertain. I was talking about, I just saw the sheet or something. I bet that's what Uncertain was talking about. Bottom 12% of ability scores, but hey, that just makes it fun. TSL Frontman has Bucket Face in, an uncommon halfling right here who is in. Dante, a patchwork herbalist. John has a stumbling lector who is in. Robert has a fresh flagellant. Sable Phoenix has an overborn elf lore master's apprentice. Brent has Telwyn Bladewalker, a well-starred fighter. Brad has an impoverished porter who is also ill-starred, bottom 12% of ability scores. Dave has Dr. Katz, a level 1 cleric in Dr. Katz. I believe I know that reference. SKD Fish has a misguided burglar, well-starred, and uncommons. Uncommon, about 1 in every 70 to 185 spawns will get one of those, and also well-starred, top 12% of ability scores. Then Mrs. Dave has Stan the Mind Man, an uncommon mage right there. Uncertain says the low stats are an int and charisma, so it's probably fine. At least for the Bloodcage right now. Let's see. So we have, it's 6 and 6. 50. So this is still a little bit lighter. 55 HP. I don't know how we got 67 HP in the last cage, but we are sitting here with 55. Oh, Daniel came in to boost Corwin, Sir Corwin of the Wind, with 2, so got the +2 temporary hit points and the +1 damage. So thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you. Oh, and it says that the odds maker has come back and said that Daniel has poor odds, only a 28% chance of survival. Actually, not a whole. Oh, Dr. Katz, Dave, level 1 cleric, has poor odds as well. Oh, Dave comes in to Dr. Katz. Seeing that, Dave comes in for Dr. Katz for a buff on the HP right there. Poor odds. Great odds for Mrs. Dave, Stan the Mind Man. That's interesting for the mage right there. Daniel says he's going for Zone 2 sacrifice. Okay. Well, I think that is basically it. Here's to everybody's going in. Total HP 55. All right, let's go. Commands, once again, you will fight regardless. Well, there's no command right now for specific to healing. I don't know if you have a healing spell or not, but there is if you go on bang command, bang fight, if you're on bang fat, bang fat. I'd like to bang fat, please. No, bang fight, then your algorithm will take over, and there is emergency healing that you will do automatically if you have healing magic. I'm not sure if you have healing magic or not. All right, bang AOA is all out attack. Bang AOD is all out defense. Bang, that's not correct. That's bang hold. Bang hold is hold the line. Bang run, and then bang fight returns you to basic instinct. Let's open the cage. All right, front line, Brent, Telwyn Bladewalker. Uncertain, a Fretful City Guard. Your first time in the cage right here, Uncertain, and you are on the first row right there. Daniel, Sir Corwin. 17 monsters. We have 17 monsters in here with 2 white apes. Daniel, Sir Corvin the Wind is on the front line. Then SKD Fish, a misguided burglar. Then Sable Phoenix, an overborn elf lore master's apprentice. TSL frontman Bucketface, John, a stumbling lector, Dave, Dr. Katz, second line. Third line now goes to Brad, an impoverished porter, then Robert J. Romano, a fresh flagellant, then Mrs. Dave, Stan the Mind Man, then Dante, a patchwork herbalist. Third line. We are fighting 17 monsters, 2 white apes. Here's to everyone who may be about to die. Here we go. Start the fight. Okay, Cave Imp is going to come up first, coming into Corwin of the Wind, deflected right there. The Corwin of the Wind sweeps his shield up to meet the blow. Sparks fly. Nothing going right there. Let's see. Cave Imp targets Fretful City Guard, coming into Uncertain. 1 point of damage only, a minor slashing wound. Cave Imp. Cave Imp targets Telwyn Bladewalker. Cave Imp breaks a clawed swipe at Telwyn Bladewalker, but that is deflected. Nothing going right there. Goblin Runt moves toward Misguided Burglar. Misguided Burglar takes 3 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken. But the SKD Fish's Misguided Burglar has dropped. We've already lost a hero. Not unconscious, not dead, but unconscious on the floor, past the death save. Bucket Face comes into Goblin Runt, 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound right there. Now, Impoverished Porter, Brad. Okay, where's Brad going? Wants Cave Imp way down there. Probably going to have to go to, not able to get there. Comes in. Stumbling Lecter. White Ape now comes up to Telwyn Bladewalker, trying, may have to throw. Going to see if he can throw. We're going to see. No, just moves up to come and get in your face. Okay, so the White Ape has moved up. Now, Cave Imp moving toward Bucket Face, coming down. Cave Imp sweeps a clawed strike forward into the blow to dampen it. 3 stamina lost, and that is all. 11 PCs up, 16 monsters up. Kobold Crawler looking at the Blade Walker. Gonna try to throw. Yes, you're tall, you're medium-sized, so he throws over his ally, takes 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound. An Overborn Elf Lore Master's Apprentice, Sable Phoenix. Oh, well, this is your chance to come up here and get some White Ape. So, Sable Phoenix shoots Ray of Frost at White Ape, 3 points of damage, a moderate cold wound, and the White Ape is chilled, and his movement will be cut. I'm going to work on that too, but for now, that's what we got. Stan the Mind Man targets Cave Imp. Stan the Mind Man coming into Cave Imp. On the flank as well, 5 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. Mrs. Dave drops Cave Imp number 1. Let's see. Fresh Flagellant comes in to brace the Overborn Elf Lore Master's Apprentice against death. Goblin Runt. Let's look. Where can the Goblin Runt get? Coming down, coming into Sir Corvin of the Wind. Takes the strike on Borrowed Vigor. 1 temporary HP burned. No damage. Goblin. Now, Goblin targets Fretful City Guard. Goblin comes into Uncertain on the flank. Goblin comes in for 3 points of damage. The Fretful City Guard is hanging on. Only 1 hit point out of 5 left. Okay. Ratkin Mongrel targets Telwyn Bladewalker. Ratkin Mongrel not going to be able to get in there. The monsters have quite a battle line going on, holding us back in Zone 1 right there. That was not healing, that was buffing him, Robert. You gave him, I believe, advantage on his death saving throw. Critical hit. Uh-oh. Goblin number 2 comes into the Overborn Elf Lore Master's Apprentice, rocks him for 9 points of damage, a grievous piercing wound. That drops the Overborn Elf Lore Master's Apprentice. Sable Phoenix's character has dropped. We are now at 10 PCs to 15 monsters. 10 PCs to 15 monsters. Gremlin moves toward an trying to get someplace. Not going to be able to get there. Holding us all up. Moves up. Oh, we're getting flanked. It's coming up into Zone 1. We've got monsters. We're going to have to get in this L-shaped battlefield coming in. Fretful City Guard targets Cave Imp number 4. 2 points of damage. Drops Cave Imp right there. Okay, Slimeling now targets a Fretful City Guard, trying to get to Uncertain. Slimelings are slow, may not be able to do it. Telwyn Bladewalker targets Cave Imp. Cave Imp, 5 points of damage, major piercing wound. Nice job, Telwyn. Comes into Cave Imp, drops him on the stone, does not rise. So getting a little bit of breathing room in there. This is Dante moving toward Goblin Runt. Dante coming in. Poison Spray against Cave Imp. 3 points of damage. Moderate poison wound, but a moderate poison wound is enough to take out a Cave Imp. Okay. Sir Corvin of the Wind. This is Daniel. Let's targeting cave. Oh no, Goblin Runt coming in, cut him down. 7 points of damage, a tremendous piercing wound. The Goblin Runt's body goes limp, and it is finished. Goblin moves toward Sir Corvin the Wind. It's a long, this is a gremlin. I don't know if the gremlin's going to be able to get there. No, gremlin's not going to be able to get there. Let's see. Dr. Katz backs up. Goblin Runt targets Bucket Face. Goblin Runt coming in. 2 points of damage to Bucket Face. TSL Frontman takes 2 points of damage, 3 out of 5. Zorn readies the archers. We may have a volley incoming. Goblin targets Corvin. Critical hit. Oh, no. Blade Walker takes 7 points of damage, a tremendous piercing wound. Telwyn Blade Walker. Oh, F in the chat. That was a 2 Bloodcage character, 2 blood drops. Telwyn Blade Walker, the level 1 fighter of Brent, well starred, has fallen. F in the chat. F in the chat for Telwyn Blade Walker. F in the chat. Zorn holds. The archers stand down. Zorn waves off the archers. There will be no archers coming in this time. White Ape looking for a target, throwing a boulder into the Fretful City Guard. Uncertain takes 1 point of damage. Will he save? Will he save? No! I am sorry, Uncertain. Your first time in the Bloodcage life of a level 0 character. Fretful City Guard has been killed by a boulder thrown by the White Ape. Only round number 2. Round number 2. Gremlin number 2 coming down to the Impoverished Porter. 1 point of damage, a minor slashing wound right there. They are rounding us up into that bottom corner. 8 PCs to 11 monsters. Stumbling Lecter wants the 8, but comes in, going to get stuck up against a goblin instead. So with a club, Stumbling Lecter comes in, 5 points of damage, does beat that goblin to death. The goblin number 3 has been beaten to death. All right, a Patchwork Herbalist, Dante, now targets Goblin Runt. Patchwork Herbalist comes into the Goblin Runt, 1 point of damage to Goblin Runt, a minor poison wound. White Ape targets a Stumbling Lecter. Oh, the White Ape is like, hey, let me throw this rock at you. 5 points of damage, 2 turned aside, 3 taken as injury, a minor bludgeoning wound. Zorn signals to ready the Portcullis. Man, if the Portcullis monsters come in, we are backed up hard against the wall right in here. So Sir Corvin of the Wind, Daniel, targets Goblin. Daniel comes in, 7 points of damage with an arming sword, cuts Goblin number 1 to ribbons down to -4 HP. Incredible. That's what we needed right now. It's 8 PCs to 9 monsters. Fresh flagellant. Braces the Impoverished Porter against death, giving him resistance against all saving throws, but death is important right now. Bucket Face now comes in to Goblin Runt. 2 points of damage. That's enough to drop a Goblin Runt. Bucket Face takes out Goblin Runt. Okay. Ratkin Mongrel, probably going to want to get in here and get some. Ratkin Mongrel's going to get stuck, I believe, by, gets into Corvin of the Wind. Corvin of the Wind comes up. Ratkin Mongrel comes in with his teeth, but the Protective Ward drinks it up. 1 temporary HP spent, and there is no wound. 8 PCs to 8 monsters, 8 to 8. Stan the Mind comes up to Slimeling, bludgeoning him for 1 point of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound to this Slimeling. Man, we are jammed up in here. Gremlin now coming into Bucket Face. This is Gremlin versus Hobbit. 3 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound. Bucket Face drops. Can we survive? Can we survive and get Bucket Face out of here? We've got 2. Zorn stays his hand. Zorn holds the Portcullis. There will be no Portcullis monsters. It is 7 PCs to 8 monsters. Can we get out of here? White Ape comes toward Corvin the Wind on the flank. Oh, Corvin the Wind's half helm cracks and sheds, a near miss with death. Sir Corvin the Wind is left staggered. Then White Ape comes in to stand the Mind Man, attacks, 5 points of damage, 3 turned aside, 2 taken as injury, minor bludgeoning wound right there. Oh, Slimeling. Can Slimeling get... Oh, yeah, Slimeling sees stand the Mind Man right there. 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. Stan, F in the chat. We have lost a level 1 character, and Mrs. Dave has lost Stan the Mind Man. A level 1 mage has fallen. I am sorry. Slimeling comes in. Who's next? Dr. Katz, still in all-out defense mode. An impoverished porter. This is Brad targeting Gremlin. Brad comes in for 5 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. The Gremlin falls with a final thud. 6 PCs to 7 monsters. We got a kobold crawler gonna throw at somebody hiding back there in the back. Evaded. Dr. Katz, your all-out defense pays off. You evade the attack. Nothing going right there for the kobold anyway. Let's see. Still round 2. Goblin. Who's the goblin coming in to the stumbling lector? This is Brad. Comes in, gored for 5 points of damage, a major piercing wound, lands clean. The impoverished porter is dead, struck dead immediately with the goblin's crude spear. Round 3. We go into round 3. We are going to round 3. 5 PCs to 7 monsters. Patchwork Herbalist. This is Dante going in with poison spray, trying to take out this White Ape. Only 1 point of damage to the White Ape, a minor poison wound. Gremlin. Now, Gremlin targets Dr. Katz, coming around to Dr. Katz. Ward flares, 2 temporary HP spent, no wound right there. Goblin coming in to the lector, coming in. Oh, John, only 1 HP left, 5 points of damage, a major piercing wound, drops unconscious on the floor. Will we be able to get you out? We're looking for Zorn to spare the worthy right now. We're really looking for Zorn to spare the worthy. Don't know. Might get spared. Don't know. Kobold Crawler now looking at Dante, coming in. Only 2 HP, Dante. Reels from 2 points of damage, a minor piercing wound, also drops. Patchwork Herbalist goes limp. The body breathes, though. Hope remains if we're able to get out of here. Will Zorn spare us, or will we all be killed? Ratkin Mongrel targets Corvin. Corvin still got plenty of HP left and part of a shield. Coming in, deflected. Nice job, Corvin of the Wind, doing what he is supposed to do. He's in all-out defense mode. Fresh Flagellant, Robert Romano, targets White Ape, coming down, wants to go into all-out attack, but gets stuck at the Goblin right next to him, whipping a flail at the Goblin. 6 points of damage to the Goblin, drops him right there. The Goblin staggers, twitches, and falls. Slimeling going up against Corvin of the Wind. Slimeling coming in on the flank. 1 point of damage to Corvin of the Wind, a minor bludgeoning wound. Let's see. Dr. Cat stays where he is on all-out defense. White Ape now comes into Corvin of the Wind. Comes in on the flank. Corvin of the Wind swings his shield to meet the ape's blow. Wood groans, but the line holds. 1 of 2. He comes in again, pounding on the flank. Sir Corvin of the Wind takes 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound right there. He's got 4 of 7 remaining. We have 3 PCs up to 6 monsters. We might get some mercy here, but White Ape comes up to Fresh Flagellant. A critical hit. The Flagellant staggers, 10 points of damage, a grievous bludgeoning wound. He may have had no defenses because he had gone all-out attack, I believe. So the White Ape noticed and dropped him right there. Fresh Flagellant, Robert Romano, has dropped. F in the chat. F in the chat. 10-point grievous bludgeoning wound. Opened himself up. Lots of buffs, and then went in for the all-out attack. Let's see. Round 4. Oh, we're going to round 4. We're going to round 4. Goblin coming in to Dr. Katz. Dr. Katz comes in, evades. Dr. Katz evades the gremlin right there. Takes none of it. Perfect evasion right there. Now, White Ape coming into Corbin. Can we do it right here? White Ape comes in on the Wind's flank, hammered for 3 points of damage, a moderate bludgeoning wound. Shuddering, coming in again on the flank with another attack. Critical, the blow finds its mark. Sir Corbin of the Wind is struck for 5 points of damage. Oh no, a major bludgeoning wound. Sir Corbin of the Wind has dropped. He is dropped. He staggers and falls forever. Daniel has lost Sir Corbin. This is a terrible night for the heroes. Terrible Bloodcage anyway. White Ape, we only have one up. This White Ape is like, what is going on with Dr. Katz? White Ape comes in on Dr. Katz's flank, evades. Dr. Katz evades. The blow cuts nothing but air. 0 damage right there. Coming in again on Dr. Katz's flank. 5 points of damage, a major bludgeoning wound. Dr. Katz is down left to 1 hit point only. Slimeling's like, can I get up here and get over here to Dr. Katz? Let's see. Don't know. Slimeling tries to move. Ratkin Mongrel may be able to do it. Let's see. Ratkin Mongrel comes up into Dr. Katz's rear, striking from behind. Dr. Katz never sees it coming. Punctured for 2 points of damage. A minor piercing wound. Devastating blow ends Dr. Katz. Whoa! It's been a while since we've had a TPK. Total party kill right there. The well claims you all, and 4 heroes were put to the sword. Misguided burglar, bucket face, stumbling Lecter, and 1 more. Everyone who was unconscious, all of the monsters cut open and left you bleeding. The Aerostorm, there was no Aerostorm there. Zorn didn't make you fight portcullis monsters either, right? Whoa, and there were 6 of 17 left and remaining. It has been a while since we've had a total party kill. It has been a while. That was brutal. Whoa, that was brutal. Let's go to the winch room, turn the winch. We'll bring up the dead bodies. We bring up all the dead bodies here. 5, 6, 7. Where is everybody? Don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There's no work for the goblin medics to do. No promotions. Everybody to the graveyard. All right. Hey, if you're here and watching, Sir Sable's brought in Sir Reginald Ironsides. We've got Daniel, Uncertain, Dave, Brianna, TSL Frontman, SKD, Brad. Hey, if you want to fight tonight and you're watching, hit bang spawn, ! Spawn in the chat. Give everybody a few minutes to do that, or cycle characters, or do whatever you want to do. Hit bang spawn. If you have not played before, hit bang spawn and you'll be in. You don't have to do anything. Your character will play itself. You don't have to issue any further commands. Just hit bang spawn, get your character in here, and we'll play. We've got 18 to 25. Hey, and if you want to help everybody who is in the cage, they need all the temporary hit points they can get, or any hit points they can get, especially temporary hit points, or even temporary hit points. We only have 18 likes on the stream. TSL Frontman comes in with Slamwise Blamg. Slamwise Blamg was just VIP'd. So we got 2 VIPs in. Anybody else coming in? Sir Reginald, we got to get Sir Reginald out. Bloodcage MVP and survived 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blood cages. Can we do it? All right, let's go ahead and go to the holding cell. Let's draft, shall we? Draft the party. Okay, Sable Phoenix has Sir Reginald Ironsides in. TSL Frontman has Slamwise Blamg in. Daniel has a beleaguered cut purse in. Uncertain has a reluctant merchant's guard in. Robert or J. Romano has a wayward city guard in. Brianna has a vagabond gnome tinker in. Courtney has Humongous in. Humongous is back. Corey has Lucius in, a level 1 mage. John has a Destitute Wizard's Apprentice in. SKD Fish has a Bloodshot Friar. Brad Henry has a Fidgety Smuggler in. Mrs. Dave has Ruffles in. Ruffles without ridges. Ruffles without ridges right there. Sable has buffed Sir Reginald Ironsides, got the +2 temporary hit points, +1 damage, and then +2 to saving throws. So thank you very much. Anybody else? We got a minute and 33 seconds, and then we will be heading into the Bloodcage. Super chats will buff characters. It's $2 per buff. The first $2 is the +2 temporary hit points, then +1 damage, and then +2 to saves. Let's see. We're still calculating the odds right here. Oh, it's 6 and 6. We have 6 level 0 characters, and we have 6 level 1 characters. 6 and 6. Average level of 0.5 then. Let's see. Total HP of 56. With 56, that's basically where we've been floating around. That cage where we had like 67 or something was just incredible. I mean, I don't even know where that went. Average HP of 5. We got a paladin here, a knight, mage, uncommon, John, uncommon and ill-starred. The cut purse is going to die, you say? Where's the cut purse? The cut purse. Well, the cut purse actually has a 77% chance of getting out, according to the odds maker. But Daniel says the cut purse will die because he has a -2 to damage, maybe because of strength or something like that. Oh, he only has a strength of 5. Oh, yeah. The beleaguered cut purse only has a strength of 5. Not great, but it does say good odds of getting out. Robert has 80% chance. This is the final blood cage of the night, by the way. Brianna has a 78% chance of get out. Oh, but Mrs. Dave Ruffles the halfling only has a 25% chance of getting out alive. Mrs. Dave Ruffles the halfling, you are low on survival odds. I'm sorry about that. All right, 5 seconds. Let's find the blood cage. Here we go. We'll find the blood cage. We'll do one final fight, and then we will go to look at all the leaderboards for the night and see where we are. All right. AOA, bang AOA, bang AOD, bang hold, bang. Ill-starred means you are in the bottom 12% of all possible ability score rolls. Bang hold is hold the line, bang run, and bang fight. All right. Open the cage. Here we go. Frontline, TSL Frontman, Slamwise Blangy. Then Uncertain, a Reluctant Merchant's Guard. Sable Phoenix has Sir Reginald Ironsides, front line. Robert J. Romano has a Wayward City Guard, front line. Daniel has a Beleaguered Cut Purse, front line. Mrs. Dave Ruffles, second line, Beleaguered Cut Purse, second line. So we have fighters on the front line, but we got second line. We're getting to the bandits and stuff. Daniel, Beleaguered Cut Purse, second line. Mrs. Dave Ruffles, second line. Brad, a Fidgety Smuggler, second line. SKD Fish, a Bloodshot Friar, second line. Brianna Reynolds, a Vagabond Gnome Tinker, third line. Courtney, Humongous, third line. John, a Destitute Wizard's Apprentice, third line. Corey, Lucius, third line. So there we go. All right. Only 13 monsters this time, but there are 2 white apes inside. All right, let's start the fight. Sir Reginald Ironside, Sable Phoenix is going to start this off, coming into Goblin number 3, 3 points of damage, a moderate piercing wound, able to take out Goblin number 3. Beleaguered Cut Purse, Daniel, coming up toward the Goblin. So a Beleaguered Cut Purse comes into Goblin number 1, punctures him for 3 points of damage, moderate piercing wound. Hero starting pretty well, putting down some monsters here. That is pretty good. Cave Imp now comes into Sir Reginald Ironsides, swallowed by the protective ward, still 8 of 7. Looks like Sable has issued a hold command to Reginald there. Goblin pierced for 8 points of damage. Slamwise Blamgy comes up for 8 points of damage to Goblin number 2. Hey, Inner Light, you're missing the test of the first combat command live stream. Ruffles now comes up to Cave Imp number 3. 3 points of damage. Heroes coming in heavy. But we did have a TPK last fight. Destitute Wizard's Apprentice targeting Goblin. Coming in with Ray of Frost. Critical. The weak spot is exposed. The Goblin takes 4 points of damage, a moderate cold wound. The Goblin staggers, twitches, and falls. $12 PCs. We still have all of our PCs up. 12 PCs to 8. A Wayward City Guard targets Slimeling. Wayward City Guard closes with Slimeling. 10 points of damage, a grievous slashing wound. That opens that up right there. There's slime that oozes all across the Bloodcage floor. Goblin targets Slamwise Blamgee. Coming into the Beleaguered Cutpurse, 5 points of damage to a Beleaguered Cutpurse, a major piercing wound. Oh, is this Kilbo's Apprentice? Is this Kilbo's Apprentice in here? Beleaguered Cutpurse drops. Now we have lost a hero. Oh, we've got Wayward City Guard way out front here. 1 point of damage from the Cave Imp. Cave Imp now coming toward a Wayward City Guard. Cave Imp tears the City Guard. Imp comes in on the flank. Reels from 2 points of damage, a minor slashing wound. Cave Imp now coming up to Slamwise Blamgee. No, Cave Imp coming up to Ruffles instead. 3 HP. No, 3 stamina lost. So, okay, there we go. Ruffles and Kilbo are the best halflings. Bloodshot Friar, SKD Fish, moves toward the Goblin. SKD Fish instead weaves resistance around Samwise Blamgee, giving him resistance or advantage on his saving throws, such as versus death. Lucius now targeting the Cave Imp. Be able to shoot from back there? Yes, targets the with a bolt against Cave Imp. Cave Imp is hit for 3 points of damage, a moderate fire wound. Cave Imp number 4 drops. Humongous targets the Goblin. Humongous casts Acid Splash. 2 points of damage to the Goblin, a minor acid wound. 50 Smuggler, Brad Henry, targets the Goblin. Nice job. Impales him for 5 points of damage, a major piercing wound. The Goblin falls with a final thud. That was a short sword into Goblin number 4. White Ape. Now about time for these apes to come. Okay, White Ape fires at the Wayward City Guard, throws a boulder into him. Wayward City Guard takes 1 point of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is incoming. Reluctant Merchant's Guard. This is Uncertain coming up to Goblin Runt. Impales him for 2 points of damage. That's enough to take care of a Goblin Runt. The Goblin Runt staggers, twitches, and falls. Vagabond Gnome Tinker targeting Cave Imp, trying to get there. It's kind of far away. We're fighting deep into the Bloodcage. Not going to be able to get there. White Ape now also coming into Uncertain's Reluctant Guard, throwing in. Oh, Merchant Guard drives her shield to the strike. The boss takes the punishment. 1 of 2 durability remaining for that shield. Splinters the shield fly. Doing well, though. 11 PCs to 4 monsters. 11 PCs to 4 monsters. And only going into round 2. Okay. Reginald Ironsides targets Cave Imp. Coming in to Cave Imp in the flank. 7 points of damage to the Cave Imp. A tremendous slashing wound. The Cave Imp lets out a final snarl and falls. Oh, so running away. Sir Reginald Ironside, Sable Phoenix. See, that was a runaway. White Ape drives into Reginald, deflected right there. Is he coming again or going somewhere? Coming again, and Sir critical strike. Sir Reginald Ironside's half helm cracks and sheds. A near miss with death. Sir Reginald Ironsides is left staggered. Lucius, way back there. Corey firing at White Ape. Lucius casts Firebolt to the White Ape, a devastating strike. White Ape is hit for 9 points of damage, a grievous fire wound that leaves charred meat on the floor. White Ape number 2 is dead. White Ape's legs buckle, and it is over. Arrow Storm. Zorn looses the arrows. We got to take 11 arrows. Zorn looses 11 arrows into the Bloodcage. 11 arrows. SKD Fish. Bloodshot Friar takes 2, 1 turned aside, 1 taken as injury. Zorn is not happy about this. Robert. Oh, Robert, Wayward City Guard sidesteps the arrow, whips past, and it is harmless. Brianna, Vagabond Gnome Tinker, comes in, takes 5 points of damage. Vagabond Gnome Tinker is driven to the brink and stays standing, reeling right now. Humongous takes 3 points of damage, only 1 point of damage remaining. Sir Reginald Ironside also takes an arrow, bites deep, 5 points of damage into Sir Reginald Ironsides, 5 points of damage there. TSL Frontman takes 5 points of damage, 1 turned aside, 4 taken as injury. Reluctant Merchant's Guard takes 4 points of damage. Fidgety Smuggler Brad Henry takes 3 points of damage, down to 1. Lucius takes 3 damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. Ruffles Mrs. Dave takes 3 damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. Destitute Wizard's Apprentice John, 3 damage, 1 turned aside, 2 taken as injury. Are you out of here? Oh, no. Also, Destitute Wizard's Apprentice is driven to the brink and stays standing and is reeling. Oh, I mean, that could have been much worse. Could have put a lot more people down than that. I don't think we put any down. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Goblins are standing by the crank. Oh, let's see. Ruffles targets White Ape. Comes up, underdog. This is a White Ape, 4 points of damage, a moderate slashing wound. I don't know. Where are the portcullis monsters? Cave Imp now coming into Robert on the flank. Wayward opened up by 2 points of damage right there, a minor slashing wound. Wayward City Guard Robert Romano makes a last stand against Cave Imp. 9 points of damage to the Cave Imp, a grievous bludgeoning wound. Cave Imp hits the stone and does not rise. Reluctant Merchant's Guard. Okay, so White Ape, no, Uncertain coming up to White Ape. 1 point of damage, not enough, a minor piercing wound. Fidgety Smuggler now looking at White Ape, coming up in the flank of White Ape. Fidgety Smuggler comes in on the White Ape, takes 3 points of damage, a moderate piercing wound that drives deep. Death claims the White Ape. I think we just did it. 9 PCs up. Yeah, 9 walked out alive, 2 were hauled up, only 1 died. That was a very nice victory for all of the PCs. Very nice victory right there. 6 XP each, 11 survivors share the spoils, 1 fell, who got 3. Let's go to the winch room. Let's turn the winch. And deploy the Goblin Medics. Everybody who survives gets 1 blood drop. Slamwise Blamgee gets a little help. Little help right there. Wayward City Guard, little help as well. Reginald Ironsides, no effect on the wound. Ruffles 10's a wound. 1 hit right there. Humongous, a little bit of help. Lucius, a little bit of help. Did anybody get promoted? Fighter, uncertain. You got a level 1 fighter. You made it through. And all of your wounds are washed away. The promotion between level 0 and level 1 is the only free healing in the game. SKD Fish, Bloodshot Friar, you got through. Fidgety Smuggler, Thief, level 1. Fairy's Blessing, wounds wash away. Vagabond, Brianna, Gnome, level 1. Destitute Wizard's Apprentice, Mage, level 1. We haven't even gotten to level 2 yet. Characters take at least 1,000 hit points to get to level 2. That's why I got to make more content, because you got to like get treasure and things like that to get to level 2. We're going to need to put you into dungeons and things like that to collect treasure to get to level 2 in old school fashion. Sort and dismiss. We're going to go to the leaderboards. We're going to take a look at the leaderboards. That was the last fight of the night. We're going to see how everybody's stacking up. By the way, if you're new here, the infirmary, if a character is level 1 or above and is wounded, they go to the infirmary. Healing is in real time right here. But we do not draw from a common pool of hit points in this game. We actually look at individual wounds here. And a bad wound like Sir Victor Argyle right here is an 8-point grievous bludgeoning wound. It's going to take him 26 days in order to recover. And yes, that's actually 26 actual 24-hour days. This game is run in real time. So the goblin medics are trying to help him out. He's under level. Everyone in the infirmary is under level 1 care, novice care. Zorn gives you that for free if you hang out in the infirmary. But your wounds do heal in parallel. Your wounds do heal in parallel. So it's the worst wound. If you have a choice in the Bloodcage, if you of taking 5 1-point wounds or 1 5-point wound, you want to take 5 1-point wounds. It is the big wounds that keep you out of the game for a while. The stable. Also, if you are not wounded, then you go to the stable. Know, if you are new here, that if you are in the stable, you will not be drafted to fight. Characters in the stable are not drafted to fight. Only characters in the tavern are eligible to fight. You can hit bang T space all to move all of your characters from the stable over to the tavern if you want them to fight. You can do the reverse of that, bang S space all to move your characters from the tavern and put them back in the stable if you are done with them. But be aware that love the new commands. Oh, thank you, John. I mean, this has changed the game, I think, in a big way. It's not perfect yet, but it's changed the game in a big way. Level 0 characters are not eligible to leave the tavern. And if you want greater control over where your characters are, log into zornsdungeon.com. You can log into zornsdungeon.com and make a free character. When you log into zornsdungeon.com, you get a free character and you get enough iron coins to do a free VIP on one of your characters. So finer grain control is on zornsdungeon.com. Let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how this is going. Most kills, Sir Reginald Ironsides tied for first place with the chosen one who has perished. 27 kills, Sir Reginald Ironsides. Boars, 21 kills. Ronnie Rampage got 3 tonight, 17 kills. Now you're at number 6 in the top 25. Hector the Deflector got a kill tonight, moved to number 12, tied for 8th place. Sir Corvin of the Wind, who fell, that was a big loss. Corvin of the Wind fell tonight, plus 2 kills tonight, tying him for 10th place with some others. Oh, Ruffles comes up on the top 25 for the first time with 8 kills, as does Sir Dondarian. Cage MVPs. Did we see Stephen the Bearded to Reginald? Anybody new here? Lucky Strike? Yes, doesn't look like I saw the screen, but Ronnie Rampage. Ronnie Rampage came up. MVP. MVPs are rare. Ronnie Rampage went out and hung out in the winch room. So we have a new MVP. There are only, everybody's tied for 4th place because it's hard to get. We have several characters. No, we only have 1 living character with more than 1 MVP, and that's Boars. Everybody else only has 1. Those are not handed out very often. Boss Slayer. Sir Reginald Ironsides has slain 8. Right now, we're considering a boss, an ape, or anything that comes out of the portcullis. Hector the Deflector, 6. Who has come up? Oh, Ronnie Rampage. On the board now with 3, tied at 7th place. Nice work. And Cheddar Bay Biscuits comes up to on the top 25 as well at 15. Let's see. Damage dealer, top damage dealer, Sir Reginald Ironsides puts 10 more points on the board tonight for a total, tying the chosen one for 211 points of damage. Ronnie Rampage did 24 points of damage, making him 5th place, holding 5th place all by himself. Ronnie Rampage, 121 points of damage. Hector the Deflector, not 9 points of damage tonight, now at 9th place. Sir Corvin of the Wind is at 11th place. Sir Dondarian got 16 points of damage tonight, moving him up 10 slots, 70 total, now sitting at 12th place. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor, now I get it. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor, I gotcha, showed up for the first time on the top 25 with 65, number 14. Okay, nice. Most bruised. Chosen one took 37 points of damage and perished. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor took 6 more points of damage tonight, tying for 4th place, and he is still alive. Sir Reginald Ironsides taking 21 points of damage in his career at number 10. Telwyn Bladewalker has come up to number 14, 18 points of damage, but perished. Hector the Deflector took 17 and is up there new. Corvin of the Wind, 17 and new. Biggest hit. Oh, yes, Garrick the Dwarf Taylor. That is our newest biggest hit. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor put his Warhammer into White Ape number 1 tonight for 21 points of damage. That is the biggest single hit that we have seen in the entire game so far. 2 people had 20. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor just put in for 21 points of damage against a White Ape, I might add, and underline and stress. Not against some kobold or something that didn't need it. Garrick actually put forward 21 points of damage against a White Ape when it really mattered. Nice job. Nice job. Let's see. Most XP. Let's see. Sir Reginald Ironside, 99 XP. Yeah, you got to get to at least 1,000 to get to level 2. And I'm not ready to get you to level 2 yet. I still got to get some things working from level 1, like all the spells, and then get some dungeon stuff for you guys to go into level 2. So, yes, I know you're kind of inching forward, but there we go. Hector the Deflector, 70, as well as Ronnie Rampage, tied for 20 as far as most XP goes. We're going to skip wealthiest because I still haven't gotten money in there. Most blood drops. Sir Reginald Ironsides ties Boars for 10. 10 blood drops. Kilbo Baggins right behind him. Ronnie Rampage has 7. That's incredible. Hector the Deflector has 6. Ruffles has 5. Sir Dondarian, 5. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor comes up on the leaderboard for the first time, as does Lutitia. So remember, a blood drop, if you're new here, just means that you survived the battle, survived a blood cage. Best defense, Sir Reginald Ironsides up at 11. Corwin of the Wind up to 10 for number 6. Ian the Black, yes, Ian the Black appears at 7 now with a longest streak of 7. I believe that's the longest streak of defenses that we have ever seen. So he is at number 11 with 7 defenses as far as total defenses go, but he has the longest streak we have ever seen. Ronnie Rampage at number 11 as well with 7. Sir Dondarian tied at number 11 with 7. Lots of people going there. Fell-handed. Now, I still have not gotten to see if I can reconstruct Fell-handed. So we got lots of people who are tied because we've only been keeping track of Fell-handed for about 3 or 4 days. So lots of people have 1 Fell-handed mark so far, and we will keep track of that. Show wrap-up. Here we go. 55 kills tonight. 17 characters fell. 17 characters fell tonight. There were 9 new champions. I'm sure some of those were the kind of false. Fell-handed, 381 damage dealt tonight, but Sable Phoenix came up to Sir Reginald Ironsides on top killers. Biggest damage dealer, Sir Reginald Ironside. Biggest single hit, Garrick the Dwarf Taylor is up. Sir Reginald Ironsides, most blood drops, tied for number 1. Several people who got fell-handed because of the way we're tracking it. Here are all of the dead. 17 dead. Here's to everyone. F in the chat. Final F in the chat to everyone before we send them all on their way, and that is over. Here's to all who fell tonight. Warriors of the Night, Cheddar Bay Biscuits, 3 kills. Lots of people, 3 kills. Cheddar Bay Biscuits, Ronnie Rampage, Pastor Bob, Rusty Lecter, Garrick the Dwarf Taylor, all 3 kills. Most damage tonight, 37 by Garrick. 37 points of damage total. Garrick the Dwarf Taylor, that's incredible. Cheddar Bay, total of 28. Ronnie Rampage, 24. Pastor Bob, 23. Wayward City Guard of Robert Romano, 19. And Blow of the Night, how could it possibly be anything different? Blow of the Night is Garrick the Dwarf Taylor. This is Brent with 21 points of damage, critical damage against White Ape #1 with a War Hammer. So now we know we can get 21 points of damage. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with me, everyone. I did not know how this was going to go. I was like, I'm just going to go in for the combat commands. I ran 3 different tests. I played through it with combat commands. For some reason, my HDL was working, but yours didn't. So, okay, but we got it all fixed up. It could have been a disaster. I think it went well. There are things to fix. I'm going to go through this whole stream because I see some things that I want to fix. I know we're going to massage and change the rules for the combat commands and stuff, but I thought that was excellent. I thought that was so much more fun, to have people involved and engaged when their characters are fighting. I am glad that it is working as well as it is right now. So I look forward to seeing everybody again. Thank you so much for being here. It was a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. So we'll do a Friday night stream. I look forward to playing on Friday. I'm going to try to get some things fixed and prepared for Friday. But have a wonderful night. Everyone go forth, be creative, be constructive. I will see you tomorrow night. Later, everybody.